So, good evening, and welcome along to another big music show here on NVTV. Coming up on the show this week, we'll have music from singer-songwriter Conor McGinty. New music star Undertone is going to be here. They're starting things off in the show this week with their brand new single, Castaway. Here is Pure Blarney.
On the ocean, like a boy that's lost at sea. Storms outside, storms inside. I'm afloat, I know where I'm meant to be. I've lost more than I can tell you, more than you can see. I see the land out in the distance, where I long to breathe. Sky is brighter, and I'm still afloat despite myself. Bruised outside, bruised inside, but I won't light the flare to ask for help. I've lost more than I can tell you, more than you can see. I see land out in the distance, where I long to breathe. Sail by, don't know why. Took on board so many thoughts to weigh me down. Moments outside, now inside. I've lost more than I can tell you, more than you can see. I see land out in the distance, where I long to.
So that's a song called Castaway from Pure Blarney, and Jerry and DJ from the group join us now in the studio. Guys, welcome. We'll start with you, DJ. Tell us the story behind the song Castaway. It's a new single, basically, isn't it?
Yes, well, it's actually my fourth attempt at trying to get a song, an original song, into the Pure Blarney set. I tried a bit too hard, and I was I was being a bit too tongue-in-cheek, and we're at a drinks reception one time, and Andy played. He's a whistle player. He played this jig. It was the Monaghan jig, and it was it immediately struck me as a great piece of music. So that song had been stuck in my head, and I was working out chords for it, and I thought, there's room for a song in here. So I the melody of the song, it reminded me like of the ocean, and it was very rugged and rough, and I suppose whenever I put words to it, it was all based around the sea and sort of how life is like an ocean. Sometimes it's very turbulent, and other times it's smooth, and you just sort of need to hang in there and take the rough with the smooth.
So is this song part of an album that's coming out, or what's the plans?
Well, we're hopefully going to finish an EP with a lot of. Jerry's been writing a few, that we've been working on, and there's a couple other ones I've been working on too. So hopefully by next year we'll have the full EP out. At the minute it's just it's a standalone single, but it's
all right. Great stuff. So tell us about Pure Blarney. How did it all come about? How did you all get together?
Well, It's been on the go now since, I think, in different shapes and forms since 2003. It's just went from strength to strength from there. You know, it's always been. I'd seen them perform, you know, at a couple of weddings I've been at, and they've always, you know, they were always able to get the crowd up and dancing, and you know, it was really energetic. So whenever the bass player, he would say to me that there was a position coming up, you know, I jumped at it. So, and I haven't looked back. It's been great. It's been a lot of good fun.
Jerry, you're playing all over the world, aren't you?
Yeah, we play anywhere that'll pay us. Really, you know. It's and as DJ says, it's been great fun playing with the band in the last couple of years. We replaced the previous singer. It took two of us to replace him, you know.
Right.
So, but now we play anywhere that'll have us.
And what's your background? What were you doing before Pure Blarney came along?
Before Pure Blarney, I played in a Tom Petty tribute band for a few years when I was based in England, and it was really great fun. But my first love really was kind of Celtic folk rock and the sort of music we play, and really highly energetic stuff. And now, as DJ says, we're writing our own material as well with a view to getting an EP out maybe next year. It's all very exciting for us.
Brilliant. And we have something in common. We both come from the same part of the world,
Apparently
don't we?
so. Apparently so. Yes, it is a small world indeed.
A little place called Dunbarton.
That's right. That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So how are you finding things here in Northern Ireland?
Absolutely love it. I love being here. The people are very similar to those in the west of Scotland as well. But music is just fantastic here. There's lots and lots of really good bands around. And when we play gigs, as Deej was saying, the response is always fantastic. They really enjoy themselves and get right into it. It's great.
So where's the best places to play over here then?
Best place for us, in terms of if we're playing, we do lots of different gigs. We do festivals, we do weddings, we do pub gigs. Best in Belfast is definitely for us is the Points in Dublin Road. It's excellent. But everywhere we play, we've had a great response. You know, it's been superb.
Are there any dates coming up that we should know about?
We're certainly playing in the Points in the 16th of this month, and then I think in the 18th we're down in Newry at the Cobbles, and there's lots and lots of gigs coming up around those two venues, as well as other things we're doing as well. We do acoustic nights in the Galgorm estate virtually every Tuesday and Thursday, so we're pretty busy. It's great fun.
Brilliant. So DJ, if they want to get more information or they want to get their hands on the new single, how do they do that?
Well, they can go to the Facebook page, and again there'll be links to the Spotify. It's on iTunes, but we've also got a website, www.pureblarney.com. So it's all there, and there's different wee YouTube clips. So
brilliant. Okay, you're going to do one more before you go. What are you going to do this time?
Well, Jerry's going to sing this one. It's going to be Raggle Taggle Gypsy.
Okay, we look forward to that, guys. Thank you so much. And here we go with Pure Blarney and Raggle Taggle Gypsy.
There were three old gypsies came to our hall door. They came brave and boldly, oh. One sang high and the other sang low, and the lady sang a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. It was upstairs then that the lady went, put on her suit of leather, oh. And there was a cry all around her door, she's away with a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. It was late that night when the Lord came in, inquiring for his lady, oh. And the sermon girls replied to him, she's away with a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. So sad over me, my milk-white steed, my big horse is not speedy, oh. And I will ride till I seek my bride, who's away with a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. So he rode east, he rode west, he rode north and south also, till he came to a wide open plain. It was there that he spied his lady, oh. Oh, how do you leave the house and the land? Why do you leave the money, oh? How do you leave your only wedded lord? Up for a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. Well, what care I for me house and me land? What care I for money, oh? Tonight's a lie in the wide open field, in the arms of a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. And how do you leave the goose by the bed, with blankets strewn so comely, oh? Why do you leave your only wedded lord? Up for a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. Well, what care I for me goose by the bed? What care I for blankets, oh? I'd rather have a kiss from the yellow gypsy's lips. I'm away with a raggle taggle gypsy, oh. I'm right here if you wanna be a product of the sorrow and joy. I see a screen between us and the other side of the coin. Tell me what you want and why you bother with me. What were you like when we were young and what you wanted to be? Did you dream big dreams and I don't mean in your sleep? Well, tell me of the world and what you wanted to see. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't kinda intrigued, but I'm cautious at heart, don't be surprised if I leave. A previous experience prevents me from persistence. I'm suspicious, I don't trust it, it's just something that I live with. Her eyeliner's drying, I can tell that she's been crying. I am sorry if I ever come across as if I'm lying, I never would. Just tell me that you want me by your side and I'll be there for good. I remember she was drunk and I remember her tears. Wanna kiss her on the cheek and try to settle her fears. I see you disappointed when it's left to your peers. I'm not saying that it's real, but if you need me, I'm here. It's like, I'm right here if you wanna be a product of the sorrow and joy. I see a screen between us and the other side of the coin. Show me what you want and why you bother with us, and why you're treating me this way, and why you're causing a fuss, because I'm sick of it, intentionally distant just a little bit. Talk as if it's real, but then we never seem to stick with it. I've given it some thought and I've been giving up my time. I wonder if you think that I would follow by design. I'm not the only one, as if I want to fall in line. When you flirt with other guys, I'm not competing for your mind. I see it's all a front, Mrs. I don't give a what. Mrs. Drink until I'm drunk so I can bottle it all up. And I'm so insecure that I pretend that so I can justify mistreating every guy that I could love. You glorify November, then you switch up like the seasons. I mentioned I don't trust and you just justify my reasons. I almost slipped up and fell for something to believe in. Your simple immaturity's the reason that I'm leaving. I'm right here if you wanna be a product of the sorrow and joy. I see a screen between us and the other side.
So that's a song called The Other Side of the Coin from Undertone, who joins us now in the studio. Welcome.
Hello.
So tell us about the story behind that song then.
The song's about, I made it around a year and a half ago, maybe a bit less than that, but it's a pretty old song. That was an acoustic version of it, but like the song and the music video and stuff is something that I produced myself at home. The song itself is sort of, but it's the premise of like when you meet a person, whether it's a friend or a relationship or a potential relationship, and you meet them and you think that they're one way, and you get to know them a bit and spend some time with them, and then you realize that they turn out to be something that you other than what you thought. You're seeing the other side of the coin and like sort of the whole picture, and that's kind of where the whole idea for that came from. It was a pretty quick song to write. It just kind of happened, and it's probably it's got the best reception, I think, from people that have listened to it or seen the video, because it's just a relatable song, I guess. But
so how long have you been doing your own music thing for now then?
I've been writing music since I was 14. So I started out just writing like raps and verses and lyrics when I was 14. Then that was all I was doing. I was like finding beats on YouTube and just writing to them, and didn't really have anywhere to record anything or make the music. I would go to a friend's house when I was like 14, 15, and we would like record in his cupboard in like a cheap USB mic, and we didn't know how to mix music. We didn't know anything about it. We were just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much all I did, just I suppose perfecting the craft and practicing for a couple of years. And then whenever I was 19, I started producing. I sort of had the muse of I was discovering all these other genres of music. So I started listening to like old soul music, because a lot of hip hop is sampled from older music. Yeah. So I would dig up the samples of my favorite hip hop songs, and then that led me to Marvin Gaye and The Temptations and a lot of old 60s soul music. And then from there, I just kind of became addicted to finding new kinds of music, so I would be listening to pretty much anything at this point. But once I started falling in love with all of that stuff, it made me want to sing more, made me want to understand like the production side of it and being able to make my own songs from scratch as opposed to relying on, you know, stuff that I found on YouTube to write songs over. So then it just kind of opened up a whole can of worms, and now I'm just kind of falling down that rabbit hole.
So what's kind of the plans now? Is there going to be a full album out at some stage?
I've got an EP coming in the next few weeks, really soon actually. All produced by me, written and recorded at home. I've played a couple of the songs live, and I've played the EP for a few people, and it's got really good response so far, so I'm excited for that. We've got a couple of music videos in the works that we're trying to put out really soon. Going to try and put together maybe like an album release.
Yeah.
Show or something.
Sure.
That's what's, you know, the main thing on the cards at the minute.
So what's the long-term goals then? What do you hope for?
Number one.
Yeah.
top of the charts. At the minute, I'm just sort of focusing on putting out, I suppose, as much content as I can. We've got a lot of cool ideas for different video content, music videos and things like that. I put out an acoustic version of the song that I just played. Yeah. I performed it like in the street in Dublin, and met up with a couple of guys down there, and they filmed it and put it out, and it got really good reception. At the minute, it's just kind of pushing as many songs as possible. I'm trying to work on as many different styles and sounds and sort of explore that. Yeah. And I'm just putting them out in the form of EPs. The plan is to sort of release all of the songs as singles and then just kind of compile it into an EP afterwards. Yeah. And then that way when people go back and listen to it, they can listen to it as a cohesive project as opposed to a bunch of scattered songs.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. The
Thanks
very
very
best
much.
of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, some more live music, and this time we're going to be joined by singer-songwriter Conor McGinty.
Heart is sore and your days are long, find it hard just to carry on. Follow me and I'll walk you past the pain. For the beer and powder and the pills and wine, they'll only lift you for a time before you come crashing down like thunder. Tonight I wish I was in paradise, only there that I can hold you tight. You went to never say goodbye. You left these broken hearts behind. See, tomorrow brings a brighter day, and I miss you more than words can say. Why did you have to leave this way? Can't mend this broken heart. When darkness fills your light of day, comes your way, follow me and I'll walk you past the pain. For life will knock you down with pain, time and time and time again, but you can always walk away the winner. Tonight I wish I was in paradise, only there that I can hold you tight. You went to never say goodbye. You left these broken hearts behind. See, tomorrow brings a brighter day, and I miss you more than words can say. Why did you have to leave this way? Can't mend this broken heart. Can't mend this broken heart.
So that's a song called Miss You More Than Words Can Say from Conor McGinty, who joins me now in the studio. Conor, how are you, sir?
Not too bad. Thank you for having me, Robin.
Thank you for being here. Tell us about the story behind this song you just performed there.
So it's a funny one. This actually started, we're talking the guts of 10 years ago. A good friend of mine, her son tragically took his own life in 2007, and BB wanted to do something for his memory, so she contacted Plunkett McGirtland, who you've seen there playing with me on the track, and Mickey Coleman, and they wrote a song, and the song, as you said, is called Miss You More Than Words Can Say. It was released 10 years ago. BB did concert after concert every year in the Millennium Forum in Derry to try and highlight the issue of mental health awareness, suicide awareness. And just from my own experience with being on the scene and the industry and stuff, it can bog you down and get you down.
Yeah.
And I went through a wee bit of a hard time for about a six month period, just down in the dumps with music, and after the X Factor thing, and things weren't going very well. And when I came back out of that, I just sort of said to myself, I want to do something with the scope that I have to try and raise awareness for these two issues, because number one, at the minute in Northern Ireland, they're huge, and every day that goes by, you hear about it.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something, and I contacted the two songwriters and just asked, look, is it okay for me to record the song? They were more than happy, and we put it out there, and it got a great reaction online, and it's only been up I think it's been up a month. It's approaching 100,000 views now, so it's doing really well. And as well, there's a lot of money raised for the two charities that we got on board. We got the Foyle Search and Rescue in Derry, who do fantastic work, as it's known, and Aware Defeat Depression in Northern Ireland. So they're a Belfast/Derry based charity as well. So there's been a lot of money raised so far for it. I'm looking forward to getting that handed over in a few weeks. It's been going well, it's been going good.
So tell us about you then, because we first met in a talent competition.
A long time ago,
when you were first starting out.
Yeah, I think I was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
So it was a good 8 years ago now, 8 years ago, in Mahara. So I just started out, that's how I started out. When I was 17, I had, as you know, everyone at that age gets to the stage where they start having a few pints, and I got the courage up at a party. My aunt has a party every year on Boxing Day. I got the courage up and started singing, and just from there, everyone started encouraging me. I did a local competition in Derry called the Drive Factor at the time, Drive 105. I won that, and the prize money was £3,000. So I invested it on the gigging gear, started gigging. I've been gigging now every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night for the last 8 years maybe. And things just went from there then. I got the opportunity with the X Factor, and thankfully...
I was going to ask you about the X Factor. Yeah. Is that something you're glad that you did?
Yes, no, both. I think if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have got the opportunities I've got the last 2 years. But there's a lot to be said for it. It's
a lot of pressure behind the scenes, isn't it?
It is, and it's not even that, because you get a lot of people enter the show and they don't get through to the actual TV stages. But the thing that I found a bit disheartening about it, and I think other people find it disheartening too, is when you do it, it's great, and you're built up to a level. I think I did Wembley Arena 3 times, and it was sold out crowd, great reaction, song went great. The chair challenge was the night that was me through the judges' houses. The arena edition went great. But the second you come off the show, Simon Cowell or none of them executive producers are waiting at the other side to show you how to
Nobody wants to
get back on your feet again.
Yeah, exactly,
and once you're out, you're out. Yeah. And the great thing that I think I did well was I used the exposure to my advantage.
Yeah.
And I think I did that decent as myself as an independent artist. But there's a lot of people that come off it and just expect, oh, here we go, I was on X Factor, things is going to be fantastic, and then they're never heard of again.
Yeah.
And I made a promise to myself the day I went out, when I left the studios in London. I says, look, I'm not going to be that person. And thankfully, the last year and a half, I've continued to, the way I see it is I'm I'm like that. I'm getting there, but
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I'm a long way away from where I want to be. But
Louis was very supportive, wasn't he, during the show?
he was fantastic, and at the time it was good that he was on the show because he was really behind. There was myself and one other Northern Irish contestant, and then there was 2 Dublin contestants. And then when we got down to the nitty gritty of it, the 6-chair challenge, I think there was 2 of us left, 3 of us, sorry. And he was really pushing for us. And there was one point that Louis was probably make or break, that I got the extra step that I did and give me the chance. But no, he was good, and it's good to have that as well. You know, in all forms in the industry, like, it's good to have people that have your back to try and move you forward. Like.
And do you still watch the X Factor today?
I don't. I watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
If I see it, but I don't really like watching it because you know more than what you did before.
Yeah.
I think it's just, you know, now at the moment I think it's time for it to take a break.
Yeah.
As much as I'm really glad of the opportunity it gave me, and I'm really glad of the exposure I got. Like, you can't pay for exposure like that. The room edition I did, I think it went out to something like 3.5-4 million people.
Yeah.
Boot camp, the chair challenge, so it was great exposure, and it got my name out there when it wasn't out there before. It was just known in Derry,
Yeah.
in my hometown, where now you have a wee bit more of a scope in Northern Ireland that you can use that to your advantage. But I was glad. If I look back on it now, I'm glad I did it. And then at the times there's a wee niggle to say you shouldn't have done it. You should have just kept gigging and gigging and gigging and gigging. But if you keep gigging and gigging and gigging and you're getting no exposure, you're not getting anywhere really. Like, so
gigs are going well, and there is a great music scene in Derry at the moment, isn't
it's
there?
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Like, I think you're going from Thursday night right through to a Tuesday. You have live music and at least 5 or 6 bars every night. Like, so it's and there's some talent as well in the town. Like, a lot of people. There's a lot of female singers in Derry and a few other male singers as well that really should be out there and really up there at the top, and they don't really get the break because one thing or another. Like, but some talent and great music scene as well.
So what's next for you? Is there going to be an album somewhere down the line?
We're working on it at the minute. We last year when I did UTV Life with Pamela Valentine, she said the same. When's the album coming out? And I told her it would be a year.
Mm-hmm.
We're now a year and 3 months on, and it's not out yet. But we're just taking our time with it because I'm still finding my sound. I'm still working out what I want to do and where I want to go. And originally I was going down the lines of like a young Tommy Fleming, because I think there's a massive gap at the moment. There's so many country singers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pop singers. There's a lot of great alternative Irish groups that are doing great stuff. But I don't think there's anybody like keeping that young balladeer going.
Yeah.
A lot of country stars do their ballads and they do them well, but there's no young up and coming Tommy Fleming.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that was the idea that I had. But then moving over the last year, I've been dipping my finger into a few different genres as well. So I'm still working out really who I want to be as an artist, like, because there's so many avenues that you can go down. But that idea of a young Tommy Fleming sort of keeps
Sounds good, yeah.
niggling at me. So
if people want to find out more information about you and keep an eye on you, how do they do that?
So they can get me on Facebook, Conor McGinty Music, YouTube, Conor McGinty Music, Twitter is Conor Mac Music, usual, all the other platforms as well, and then my website's conormcginty.com.
So Conor, thank you for joining us, and the very best of luck with the single and the album when it comes out as well.
Thank you very much, Robin. Thanks for having us.